What's up, everybody? Just thought I'd make this video and show you guys what I was up to. So I'm working on this thing, the gas processor that I put together. Changed a few things up on the inside. If you saw the last videos, the electrodes in there. Took out the outer electrode and actually wrapped tinfoil around the outside of the quartz tube, and that's going to work just fine because of the dielectric values of air and quartz. Most of the charge should still be across the air, and I did that to to make it possible to apply a larger charge to the air. And but basically, I guess that's it. No, well, actually, I took out the electron extraction grid for now because I'm actually going to do the electron extraction in a slightly different way. I just put on this tube with a bunch of ports. On one of the ports, I have this fogger here. Well, that's what's inside this tube, and it also has this air pump hooked up to it, so I can actually control the amount of fog it produces with the knob on the end here. It's not working quite properly yet. I got to work on it a little bit yet. Anyway, now to power the electrodes, I have this device that's supposed to go up to 100 kilovolts DC. From first testing, it's not DC. I'm going to need some diodes for that. I'm not sure when I'll get those in. It'll probably take a while. For the spark gap up the top, I'm just powering that with a neon sign transformer. Then I got the light. The xenon light is just powered by a battery charger. And this variac over here is controlling the neon sign transformer and the battery charger. And then I just have the small air pump because we're inside right now, so I don't have the compressor, which is just fine. Before you say something, it's going to be a much smaller arc up here because I'm putting way less current across it, which is much nicer for testing. But it's not quite ready to go yet, and I don't have any electron extraction until I get the diodes, but I thought I'd turn it on for everyone, and it looks kind of cool in the dark. So this power strip right here turns on the fogger. You can probably hear it. And okay, this variac, this will turn on the spark at the top and also the light. I'll turn this on. Now the electrodes are powered on, and it's going to get loud. Yeah, so a lot of different power supplies, a lot of equipment going into this thing. I got one more. I'm going to use this variac over here that I've had for some time for the electron extraction. And I'll let you guys know how I do that once I get all the diodes. But pretty excited about this setup. I expect some good results if I was ever going to get any. Well, it looks pretty cool in the dark anyway. Can't say it's doing too much, but that's pretty much to be expected with the power supplies unrectified. And the electron extraction is actually going to be extremely simple, and I'm excited to show you guys that if it works out, because it's just basically power supply and some diodes connected to another power supply and some diodes. So really simple. I'm sure someone out there can make this whole thing put it together a lot easier with a lot less equipment. This is just the way that I saw it logical for me to do. So anyway, the water mist, I guess I didn't explain that all the way. I don't know if I'm going to inject it in the side and have it go up through the top. That would be ideal to try to ionize it. I mean, that's what Stan calls for in the patent. But I also try just spraying it on the top once I can ionize the gases properly and extract their electrons. But the thing is, if you don't extract the electrons, they're gonna stick to your positively charged electrode, but if you have a duty cycle, they're gonna release, and they're actually going to be captured by a previously ionized positive cation. So that's no good. They don't last long, ions in general, and when they have an electron to bond with, they're gonna do that. So basically, extracting them is really the best option for achieving any sort of results. So that's what I'm going to be doing next, probably. What else? Oh, the electron extraction circuit. I put in that screen. I don't have it over here right now, but if you saw the other videos, I don't really like that idea. I don't like that design. Stan's circuitry pulsed the screen on when the electrode was off. But basically what I see happening is if you manage to create these cations and then they're moving upwards towards this screen, if this screen has a positive charge, they're going to be repelled and they'll never actually be passed out of the system. So that's why he was pulsing it on and off. Now you can do that, that's fine. What I'm going to do is just try to extract the electrons directly from the electrode as they stick onto it, hopefully, if I eject electrons from anything. But yeah, that's what I was up to. Lots of stuff going on. No big accomplishments to share, but I probably won't get to test this fully, get the diodes and everything until the next time, till February. I would say I'll be home on break again. Thanks for watching. See ya.